Hello, everyone. Yes, I know. I said that was it, that I wasn't going to do anymore until after my break, as I'm heading towards somewhere in the Costa Brava to write a book. But I've literally landed from Lisbon not so long ago. I'm in Barcelona now. And I heard about something you would be interested. I checked, and it happens to be true. It is that there is a verbal agreement right now at this stage between Leeds and Valencia for the signature of Rodrigo. I'll give you more details as we go along. But the first thing I want to say is what a signing for Leeds. What a signing for Leeds. 29-year-old modern striker, if you like. You must have seen that in the Champions League, but in previous years even, maybe a year, 2 years, the progression of football. And football has gone from trying to attack the small spaces. This is what Barcelona used to do, attacking together and then, passing quickly with everybody defending deep and trying to create magic that way, to attacking big spaces, to creating and attacking big spaces. That's where football is gone. So you need the likes of Rodrigo for that to be useful to you and to be efficient. Rodrigo is going in the national side in that kind of transition from having a typical number 9 to being a number 9 that has got mobility. So this is one of the things you have to say about Rodrigo. He moves with intelligence around the attack as a 9, but can start on wide areas. He's played both as a 9 and as right wing as well. But his best role is in a team where that mobility, that dynamism up front is absolutely crucial. Plus, you need the strikers these days to actually run a lot, as they do at Leeds, and go into the pressure, whatever pressure it's decided, high pressure or middle pressure, but do a job without the ball. And Rodrigo can also do that. So you're talking about somebody that, if you look at the stats from this season, as I say, he was, I think, in March 29, he's played 34 official games, 27 in the league, and he's only scored 7 goals, 4 in the league. So it's like, what's going on? You need to understand the situation at Valencia to see why Rodrigo has not been at his best this season, and hardly anybody has been at their best this season at Valencia. He was practically sold to. Somebody ringing. I'll have to hang up. Hold on. So these things happen in live YouTube thingy that we do right now. So let me tell you more about Rodrigo, because this season, as I say, 7 goals, 4 in the league, and really it doesn't represent what Rodrigo is. When the season started, he was practically sold to Atletico Madrid. He even said goodbye to his teammates, and he thought he was definitely going. And then it didn't happen because Correa was supposed to be sold to Milan, but Milan didn't pay what Atletico Madrid wanted. So that took a while for Rodrigo to kind of accept it happens and to kind of realize that he was going to still be in a project that was under the hands of Marcelino, but soon after, Marcelino was sacked. Now, that also didn't help at all, because there was a big division in the squad, and you hear now the likes of Ferran Torres just before going to City, after the interview I did with him, which I think describes what he's like. He felt the need to tell that from the departure of Marcelino, there was a division in the side, and not everybody helped everybody. And the ones that have been that got better, and the Marcelino and Rodrigo is one, and we'll go into that in a minute, seemed more affected than others. With that in mind, and by the way, Marca just published that Leo Messi has told the club that he wants to leave, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Let me finish with Rodrigo. So basically, all that confusion in the side just didn't work for Rodrigo, didn't work for anybody really. They scored against Chelsea, scored against Ajax, that allow Valencia to get into the last 16 of the Champions League. That was perhaps his best moment. But then Barcelona was looking for a striker, and they look at the possibility of getting Timo Werner, Aubameyang, or Rodrigo. And nobody else, basically, out of those situations, Barcelona realized that they couldn't get any of those three players because of money or because of the impossibility of accepting the teams accepting any kind of interesting proposal from Barcelona. They were looking to loan to get those players on loan, when obviously they are important players in the sides. So before the COVID stopped football, it was not a great season for him. After that, he seemed coming back from the break. He seemed sharp. He seemed both physically and in the kind of performances that he was putting on the pitch. Scored against Levante, scored against Real Madrid, but it was disallowed, although we're not sure why. Goal against Osasuna, and then he got injured again, and that was it until the end of the season. But to see actually the best Rodrigo, you have to go to the season 17-18. It was a couple of seasons from 15 to 17 where again injuries were making, and the team wasn't working very well. Both things affected the explosion, if you like, of Rodrigo at Valencia. But then when Marcelino arrives to Valencia, he defines his role. He wants to be one of the forward men, coming from right-hand side, inside, and it was a teammate in the 4-4-2 that Marcelino was playing, made for Rodrigo in a way, because he doesn't like to be the 9 that holds the ball with his back to goal. He likes to run at defenders. And then all of a sudden what you got was the best season of Rodrigo. One that guaranteed him a regular presence with the national side, and that it was considered one of the top players in La Liga, no doubt. So great signing, absolutely great signing. And basically, let me tell you now the details of the transfer, and I will then, if you allow me, go and find out a bit more about Messi and let you know. But basically, Rodrigo is arriving, or will arrive to Leeds when he gets confirmed in the next few hours, tomorrow. I've been told 29 million euros plus variables, which could be about 10 million euros more that Valencia expect to get easily, and then two more million euros, which will depend on harder targets. So you will expect 29 to 39 million euros. The final figure for Rodrigo, as I say, 29 is a fixed sum, 20 variables, and then two more, which will be difficult to get. As you know, Andrea Radrizzani, the majority owner of Leeds, and Victor Horta arrived to Valencia this morning, and basically with the idea, now that they already had the go-ahead from the player that was happy to go to Leeds, it was just a matter of closing it all, and now the agreement is done. So that's where we stand with Rodrigo. Valencia now will have to get a striker. I think they're going to go for Borja Mayoral. Yesterday he's 29. Rodrigo was born in March, so yeah. And Borja Mayoral could be the replacement of Rodrigo. As you know, Valencia going through a recycling, or I don't know how you want to call it. It's a new Valencia with the likes of Coquelin and Parejo leaving, and Ferran Torres and Rodrigo. It's something that the ownership wanted They realized that they were stuck. They weren't advancing with the kind of squad that they had, and yeah, it's letting Rodrigo go for that kind of money, which considering the season that he had, some would say is too much. I feel is fair, and I feel that actually it will pay off for a team that needs pressure high movement, that it needs commitment without the ball, that it needs intelligence both in the movement but also in the stuff that gets done with the ball. Good finishing ability, even though he won't score. I reckon he won't score 30 goals per season. I'm trying to see. I'll see if I have somewhere. In his best season, he scored 16 goals in 37 games in La Liga, and also he scored in the Cup 3 goals in 7 games. So you are talking about those kind of figures. If he gets that for Leeds, I think it'll be a good return, because he'll add much more. He'll add assists, he'll add variations of front and quality. That's the kind of striker that, for instance, Luis Enrique is now looking for in the national side. He likes Ansu Fati, he likes Ferran Torres, and he likes Rodrigo. That's the kind of players forwards that he's going to go for, because that's where football is going, and that follows it full circle. And with that, I'll leave it. I'll find out a bit more about Messi and the story that's come out in Marca. And we knew that Messi was going to make an announcement to the club in regards to his future, and I'll come back with more before I actually go to my break and start writing a book, because I have to, and it will be done, but I need the time to do so. So I'll come back a bit later on with Messi news. For now, this is the Rodrigo story. Bye.